Menteri rangba ka jela u Konrad ke sangma ha ka shitarik no pra ulapli ya ka 6th Meghalaya Saras Aajeevika Fair 2025 ka balalong ha suso tham auditorium Shillong ha ka jingadon lang menteri ka CNRD uba sostinus sotun lambat ki wepan habakren ha ka jingalang menteri rangba ula ong bakani ka sngi ka deiru ka jingra khe ki jingkala bajarjar ki badang teng banjia ha ki shnong ki thau ka balapun ko bor ki kynthei ha ki than nong kandong ka jingale jung ki kin hun self help group ka de ka we ni ki program ka bapan kala dur ya ka imlang sa lang jo ka jila ha ka ba ki kynthei ki panya so lang ya ka jing tre shitom jong ki bat ki benta ba pher jong ka kol shor ka jongi ka ba thawe ki lat nak benta jong ki bat ki we pat ula ong habak do halor ka jing job jong ki kun hun SHG ki kynthei ha ka jila u Konrad ula ong baka ni kala urlong na marka sorkar kala shim ya ka sin jam ba pher ha ka rukom sin shar khadar ha ka ba om shim la ple jingmot tang halor ki scheme henry ka ba wanra e ki jingkala ha ka jinglong jing em ju ki kynthei ki nong seng kam seng jam ki nong rap bat ki samla nga ngok men shibun man ta ka sngi ban yo i ba ka program kam dei tang shaphang ka jingroi ha ka yo ka kon henry ka jingra khi halor ka banta ka bakong san jongki SHG bat ki kynthei ki badan shalendet jongka ula ong haba banram haba phai byang shaka jingroi ki SHG ka balakot shaka samsan hajar tli ki kinhun kat hadu menta ula ong bagane ka jingale kamshim nas dang nakalyang ka yo ka kon henry na ka jingplat emi ki longkmi na mar ka jingkiyo jo ka jingyam hakapor ba kha khun MMR kini ki mat kila pelong yang ngi banwat bania shushu ya ka jing e bat ngila sngo thu baka yat jingai na ka jing sumar ka badan kam ban penduna ya ka jingyap kilong kami bakha khunlong bat ngila sedang ban plet jingmut halur ki sinjam ki bawanra ya ka ni ka jingjia ula ong haba pentep baka ni kala lam sha ka jingpen byang ya ki jingbam patay ka jingpen jalan khun ka jingpli lan ha ka liang ka yo ka kon bat ka jingpen ko bor ki kynthei bat ka jingpen roy ki SHG halor ka jingkiw jong ka yo ka kot ha ka jila menteri rangba ula ong baka Meghalaya ka de ka jila ka bawan ba ar ha ka jingkiw stat jong ka roy ka par hapo ka ri bat ong ka jingkiw ha ka yo ka kot ka long na mar ka jingpelut jong ka sorkar ka jingbei tingka shaki kam khai pateng bat ru na mar ka jingkiw ka bala pelong na du tan rai bat ki SHG kila pendap shushu ya ka de ka khana jong ka jingkiw shaprang haba penkesan shushu halor ka jingdan kam jong ki SHG u Konrad ula ong bada ka bathaw ya ka jinga day bat ki seng na lor ki dikhat ki badan ya ka jing ang nut bat ki baturi shitam kum ki ni ki seng ki day ki bala ban long ki kunhun ki bala ban wanra da ka jing kaladur ha ka ni ka sngi menteri rangba lambat ki weipat ki he ki han ki lapun ku buram bat ai khusnam ru sheki village organization ki bakarshan ki program jong ka ICDS ya ka ba omsham ladan ya ki Anganwadi center bat VO ki balatay ru ya ki transit homes nakabantay ki longkmi ki bapun khun nalor katala ay ru ya ki sernat siya ki khatsan ngut ki volunteer ki balatray met bat mensim ha ka baya day bat ka jingakop jong har ghar tiranga campaign nalor katala samru ya ki khatsan tali ki micro ATMs da ka jingatray lang bat ka Meghalaya Rural Bank ka jing IT ya ka ramling ba ka check siya ki SHGs da ka baya tray lang bat ka RMB ka jing sam ki cold chain boxes siya ki pashu sakhis ka jing sedang pentrikam ha ka jala ya ka nayi chetna ka National Gender Equality and Women Empowerment bat ka jing sedang ya ki sanpho tali ki integrated farming clusters ka bakot arpho klur tingka lumlang marketing federation bat ka 6th Saras Aajeevika Fair 2025 kiladon hadu palat ripo tali ki SHG bat ki nong sengkam hanong kendong kenthop ikinong shimbenta ki banabar ka Meghalaya kilawan banya shimbenta ha ka ni ka program
to really in one way celebrate a very, very quiet revolution that is taking place in our villages, which in a way is being powered by the rural women of our state. And for that, they are bringing and combining their hard work with a lot of aspects of our culture and tradition, and creating opportunities for themselves and for others by doing so. The self-help group movement, in one way, if you look at it, is maybe one of the most transformative community-driven programs that we have started in the state more than a decade back, but of course has picked up in an exponential manner in the last 7 years. I was listening very deeply to comments being made by officials who spoke before me. And as you can see by the different activities that we are doing, that this is far beyond just simply economic empowerment. I keep sharing with all of you and with the citizens of the state that Meghalaya has today embarked on a very different approach when it comes to governance. We don't look at schemes and programs anymore. That is not what drives us. What drives us is to see the smiles on our citizens' faces. What drives us is to see our farmers earn a bit more than they used to before. What drives us is to be able to see a mother, a daughter, a sister being able to make her own decisions as she pleases, by ensuring that she is economically empowered. What drives us is to see the youth of our state being able to choose their passion, being able to follow their dreams, not because that's the only thing that's available in front of them, and not because their parents want it, but because they want it. And the way for us to achieve these goals or these outcomes as officers, as politicians, as leaders, and when I say leaders, not just leaders at the government and state level, leaders at the grassroots level, is to always ensure that we are not driven by the programs and policies and schemes that have been shown to us. Because if we do that, I think we're missing the picture completely. The entire goal of the self-help group movement did not start with the target to have 55,000 groups. It did not start with the fact that we saw NRLM programs being not utilized properly. It did not start with the fact that we wanted to give 1,200 crores as financial disbursement to women's self-help groups. No, it did not start with that. The movement for self-help group involvement started with saving mothers' lives. That's what it started with. When we saw the maternal mortality and did everything possible to improve that, and not being able to achieve it, made us dig deeper into trying to find out where the problem lies, what is happening. And when we kept digging deeper and deeper into the problem, we realized that there are huge issues that are there in front of us. I always keep repeating, we always tend to look at a result and think that that is the problem. But when you dig deep and you look beyond it, you realize that the actual problems are something else, not the problem that we see in front of us. Those are just the results of the problems that are there in front of us. And when we started digging deeper into it, something really, I should say, magical started happening. We started to learn. Our thought process started becoming clearer. We started realizing this is far beyond medical attention. This is far beyond institutional deliveries. This goes into the nutrition that the mother has. It goes deeper into the spacing of the childbirth, which then deeper goes into the economic activity of the women, which goes deeper into the fact that they are not systematically organized, which goes deeper into the fact that they don't have the opportunities and there's no platform to support them and help them. And so on and so forth, things started happening. And hence I'm very happy today to see that today's program was not just about the economic agenda and the growth. We are here to change our governance from a scheme-based governance to a stakeholder-based governance. It does not matter if you cannot finish the money that has been budgeted to you. I don't think we should be driven by that thought process. But every life you save of a mother, that should be the benchmark to determine the success of the work that you are doing, not the schemes you're implementing. The lives that we have been able to save in the last 7 years, a lot of effort has gone into all of this. And let me share with you that the self-help group movement has a huge role to play. And therefore, I take this opportunity to thank and to congratulate all the officials of the MSRLS. I say this every time, but I'm saying it again today. That I have seen the way the officials have dedicated themselves to the real cause. These kind of differences and changes don't happen because you follow the routine. It does not. These happen because you believe that you are here to make a difference. And you passionately work towards it. And you care for it. And work tirelessly. It's only then that you get results like these. So therefore, I congratulate all of you for the work you're doing. And I must once again reiterate that we are there in every way to always motivate you, support you, and to work with you in order to take this entire goal and objective of ours to the logical conclusion. I thank Many of our stakeholders, MRB is here and other banks are here, the banking correspondents are here. This would not have been possible without all of you. So I thank you, I thank all the stakeholders who have made this a possibility. Today, we have a target, and I always tell people, we have a target. Because without a target, we don't have a direction. I keep telling people that it's like playing football for hours and hours and hours and not scoring any goal because you're playing football without a goal post. So you can play football for hours and not score any goal because you don't have a goal post. Targets are important in life. Targets are important for SHGs. Targets are important for government, and targets are important for all departments. But why we set the targets in front? What is very important for us as policy makers, as officials, as self-help groups, is to ensure that in that target, the outcome should have an impact that is inclusive in nature. You need to have equity within the system. Now, when I say that GSDP has to grow at a certain level, a lot of people misunderstand me. They think that it's only about the economic number. Well, that is the goal that is in front of us. But the way we have structured each sector, each department, the contributions that each one will make, the opportunities that are there in front of us as a government, but the commitments that we have while we are achieving these goals, the commitments we have towards the citizens, be it the women, the youth, the farmers, that is what defines a real vision and a goal and a target-based approach that a government and organization has. Today, Meghalaya is the second fastest growing economy in the state, in the country. We have a real GDP growth of averaging 10% in the last 3 years consecutively. The only state which has maintained 10% on an average in the last 3 years. And last year, as I said, we were the second highest. I hope that we will be the highest. But this economic growth has not been driven only by government expenditure or private sector investments or the net import exports or whatever are the factors that are there. It has been driven by the growth at the grassroots level. The self-help groups have added to the economic growth and the story that we're talking about. And that's why our COO was mentioning earlier that we had put a 1 billion target. We would want to make sure that it goes up in the days to come. So therefore, I hope that that will happen, and I really hope that we not only have Lakpati Didis, Lakpati Abis, Lakpati Kongs, but we want to have millionaire Kongs, millionaire Abis, and millionaire Didis. Because that is the next step forward for us, and I hope that we'll be able to move. To conclude, what is important to remember? This is something very important which all of us should understand, is that when we look at the self-help group movement, a lot of people don't understand the larger implications of this. Why are we spending so much of time and effort to organize this? It's not just the economic growth. I've already spoken about the larger impact. What we are doing today by having different self-help groups in place is that we are creating what we call an institutional network and system. Institutional systems are very difficult to create. It takes a lot of time to lay the foundation, a lot of time to lay the wiring or the piping, a lot of time to motivate the different stakeholders that this is something that is actually going to be meaningful. But once you have this institutional system, this network of a large number of members who are highly motivated, it can and it will become the most transformational force that you have seen. And that is what the real power of a self-help group is. It's not about the small units that they're bringing in. It's about the unlocking of the multiple potentials that can be done by tapping the power of this institutional network. Nai Chetana. Any of the other programs you may have. Tomorrow you may have issue at cleanliness drive in the villages. Tomorrow you may have issue about water issues, forest degradation, you name it, or issues related to drugs and the youth empowerment. This institutional network and system of SHGs we've created can help us tackle any of these problems. I've been mentioning this many times to our CEO, but the problem is he doesn't listen to me. I've told him 100 times, and this has been the 101st time I'm telling him, I want a software and an app to be created where at any given time I press a button and that message goes down to all the self-help group members. Can you imagine the power of that? These videos you're putting up. Sorry, I didn't see my big faces out there on the screen. I thought the videos there. It's really scary. The videos we're putting up, if you have this app system and you just upload this videos in this app, motivational stories of different self-help groups talking about what they've done so that others can learn from them. What a powerful tool and a powerful network that is. I'm just joking, he always listens to me. But it's this one thing he doesn't listen. I don't know why. But he always listens, and it's because of his hard work and his whole team that we are where we are today. So this Nai Chetana, tomorrow you want to have any kind of program, this app will help you to send this message to the grassroots level in a matter of seconds. Of course, we have language challenges, but we can overcome those. So we can have multiple languages and so on and so forth. But what I'm trying to tell you in short is that that's the real strength of self-help groups. So while we do economic activity, while we do different social activities, you have to figure out how you're going to strengthen this institutional framework that you have created. Because if you don't realize that, then I think you are not, unlocking the potential that this has. So I hope that this will be the next step. I really want this to happen. I would want these programs, the self-help groups should feel that they're part of something beyond themselves. Right now they're connected to the 15, 20 members or the 200, 300 members at the VO or the 1,000 members at the CLF. But what if they're connected to everybody all across the state? And I think that could be a really powerful tool. And I hope that my 101st time when I'm mentioning this, that CEO will listen and he will implement this in the future. Apart from that, of course, there are many programs. I saw the programs where we've given different, programs given, units being given out, checks being given out. These programs will continue. I'm very happy to see that this difference is being made, and I'm so happy to see that our different self-help groups are highly motivated. I really want our other programs now to converge. So as I said, there's an institutional network of SHGs, they're lakpatis. Now you need to increase the entrepreneurship programs and create more value for them. So be it Prime, be it CM Elevate, again, very, very important entrepreneurship programs that our government has started, because again, like women groups are very important for us, the youth groups are also important for us. So therefore, I hope that that will be the next step. So without taking too much of time, I once again congratulate all of you I wish you the very best. Our officials from Delhi who have come, let me assure you that there is a very, very strong commitment from our side, whether it's the leadership, whether it's officials, whether it's every single person who's working there. You must, talk to them and understand how they have overcome challenges. There are places where our officials, where's our COO? Where are you, Ron? Yeah. This man has walked whole day and whole night to reach villages which are unreachable, literally. And they spend the night there just to be able to then get one self-help group more into the list and help another 20, 30 people. I think these are really motivational stories that needs to be told and needs to be understood at the top level. And we need the support, of course, of Government of India. We are doing whatever we can from our side. Of course, you're giving us a lot of support. But I think a bit of more coordination between the different departments and support from Government of India can really, really transform things. We are ready with our systems, with all the people in place. And, a lot of things are happening. As I said, it's 2 hours program actually is not enough to really share the kind of impact that this has had. You have to spend maybe a week, 10 days to really travel to the grassroots level and understand what's happening. And then be able to conceive of what the next step will be to be able to take things forward. So I hope that that kind of support and work will be there in the days to come. So I will not take much time. Once again, I wish all the self-help groups, all the members, the very best. You are doing an exceptional work. You are really making a difference for yourselves, for your families, for your loved ones, for your members who are working with you. Remember, it's not happening because only one person is working. It's happening because all of you are working together. All of you believe in each other. All of you are motivated and want to help each other. I hope that that spirit of having that entire motivation and the desire to help each other and work together will continue to drive this transformation that we have been trying to do, and will take all our different self-help groups and, of course, our state as a whole to the next level. I wish you all the very best. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless our beautiful state of Meghalaya. Kublai Shibun, Matela, and Jai Hind.